Grandma's 60 ingenious home hacks that are so convenient. 1. Use salt to clean cast iron skillets. Grandma never used soap on cast iron. She poured coarse salt into the warm pan, scrubbed gently with a paper towel. The salt lifted food bits and grease. No rust, no residue. Rinsed with warm water and dried over heat. The pan stayed seasoned and spotless. Her cornbread never tasted metallic. Salt cleaned and preserved in one sweep. 2. Stop doors from slamming with rubber bands. Slamming doors startled her every time. She looped a thick rubber band over the knobs. It cushioned the latch quietly. No more loud bangs during naps. Grandkids ran free without causing jumps. She even used it on cabinets. Simple, silent home peace. Just one band, big difference. Old school noise control. 3. Deodorize carpets with baking soda. Before vacuuming, Grandma sprinkled baking soda, let it sit for 15 minutes. It soaked up odors like magic. Then she vacuumed it all away. The room smelled clean, not perfumed. Even the dog bed got the treatment. Fresh air without chemicals. Her floors felt cleaner too, just pantry power at work. 4. Use vinegar to clean window tracks. Dusty window tracks annoyed her. She poured vinegar into an old spray bottle, sprayed the tracks and let it soak, then scrubbed with an old toothbrush. Grime melted right off. She wiped clean with a rag. Windows glided like new. Spring breezes came in without gunk. A sparkling view, Grandma style. 5. Fix loose screws with toothpicks. Wobbly chairs didn't scare her. She removed the screw and added toothpicks in the hole, snapped them to size and screwed it back. The fit became snug again. No more rocking seats at dinner. Even Grandpa's toolbox had toothpicks. It held up for years. A little wood, a lot of strength, crafty and clever. 6. Keep drawers fresh with dryer sheets. Grandma didn't like musty smells. She tucked dryer sheets into dresser drawers. Clothes always smelled clean and light. Even the guest towels felt fresh. She replaced them once a month, kept things smelling sweet. No need for sprays or sachets, just one sheet per drawer. Laundry room magic on standby. 7. Use ice cubes to lift carpet dents. Furniture left dents in the carpet. Grandma dropped an ice cube on each spot. Let them melt slowly overnight. In the morning, she fluffed the fibers. Dents were completely gone. She called it her frozen fix. No heat, no tools, just patience and water. The rug looked brand new again. 8. Brighten grout with baking soda paste. Dirty grout made her frown. She mixed baking soda and water into paste, scrubbed it on with an old toothbrush. Let it sit, then wiped clean. Grout turned white like magic, no bleach needed. She did it once a season. Her tiles always sparkled, a true kitchen glow-up. 9. Reuse cereal bags as food storage wrap. Grandma never wasted packaging. She washed out cereal box liners, cut them into large sheets, used them to wrap cheese or sandwiches. They held up better than plastic wrap. She kept them folded in a drawer, saved money and waste, worked in the freezer too, storage with a conscience. 10. Quiet squeaky hinges with petroleum jelly squeaks made her wince. She dipped a cotton swab in petroleum jelly, rubbed it along the hinge edges, opened and closed the door a few times. Squeak disappeared immediately, no oily drips like other products. She kept a jar in the hall closet, quick and tidy fix, smooth moves every time. 11. Use bread to pick up broken glass. Grandma didn't grab a broom first. She pressed a slice of soft bread on the shards. Even the tiniest slivers stuck right in. No injuries, no scratches. She always kept a spare loaf handy. Glass vanished without a trace. Then tossed the slice in the trash. Clean and safe in seconds. Old school safety done smart. 12. Freshen the trash can with newspaper. Stinky trash was never a problem. She lined the bottom with newspaper. It absorbed leaks and odors. No more messy bags or foul smells. She changed it out weekly. Sometimes sprinkled baking soda too. Kept pests and stink away. The can always smelled neutral, smart and simple upkeep. 13. Stop doors from creaking with soap. She rubbed dry soap on the hinges, just a few swipes back and forth, opened and closed a few times. The creak was gone like magic, no grease or mess involved. It even worked on cabinet doors. Her favorite was old bar soap, quick, clean, and effective. One bar lasted for years. 14. Remove sticker residue with cooking oil. Labels annoyed her to no end. She dabbed oil onto the sticky parts. Let it soak for a few minutes, then wiped clean with a cloth. The glue slid right off. No scratches, no chemicals. Perfect for jars and new dishes. She reused every container. Zero waste, full function. 15. Keep buttons from falling off with nail polish. Loose buttons never fell under her watch. She dabbed clear nail polish on the thread. It sealed everything in place. No more unraveling stitches. She touched them up after laundry. Even Grandpa's shirts lasted longer. Small bottles did big work, always in her sewing kit. Simple details saved time. 16. Clean blinds with old socks. She slipped a sock on her hand, dipped it in vinegar and water, ran it along each blind slat. Dust came off instantly. No fancy tools needed. Just swipe, rinse, repeat. Her blinds always looked brand new. Even grandkids helped with this one. Cleaning made easy and fun. 17. Prevent foggy mirrors with shaving cream. Mirror steam was no match for her. She rubbed shaving cream across the surface, wiped clean with a dry cloth. Next shower, no fog at all. Worked for days at a time. She did it every Sunday. Bathroom stayed crystal clear. Makeup and shaving were a breeze. Brilliant trick for busy mornings. 18. Repurpose egg cartons for jewelry storage. Tangled jewelry made her sigh. She popped rings and earrings into egg cups. Each piece had its own spot. No more digging through drawers. Perfect for travel, too. She painted the cartons for fun. It looked cute and organized. Kept necklaces knot-free. Storage with charm and purpose. 19. Keep books safe with shower caps. Rainy days didn't stop her reading. She wrapped books in clean shower caps. Snug fit, water-resistant. Tucked one in every purse. No more soggy pages or bent covers. Library trips stayed worry-free. Even worked for tablets. A little prep went a long way. Books always came back dry. 20. Use clothespins as toothpaste clips. Grandma hated waste. She clipped the end of the tube. Pushed every bit forward. Nothing left behind. Toothpaste lasted weeks longer. She even labeled clips for each person. Saved money in arguments. Tiny clamp, big result. Her bathroom hacks were legendary. 21. Organize cords with toilet paper rolls. Cords always drove her nuts. She slid each into a paper roll, labeled them with marker. No more tangles or confusion, kept them in a shoebox. Chargers, headphones, everything fit. She even decorated the rolls, neat, tidy, and recycled. Her drawers were always stress-free. 22. Clean silver with aluminum and baking soda. Tarnished silver didn't scare her. She lined a dish with foil, sprinkled baking soda and hot water, dropped the silver in gently, watched the tarnish vanish. No scrubbing or chemicals. Family heirlooms sparkled anew. She did it before every holiday. Dinner table always gleamed. 23. Store sheets. Inside pillowcases. She folded the sheet sets together, tucked them into the matching pillowcase. Everything stayed together neatly. No more mismatched linens. Closet looked hotel-worthy. Guests were always impressed. Easy to grab and go. She labeled shelves by size. Housekeeping made effortless. 24. Stop pant zippers from falling with keyrings. Zipper kept sliding down. Grandma looped a keyring through the pull, hooked it over the button, held everything snug and tidy. No more embarrassing slips. Worked like a charm on jeans. She taught it to all her grandkids. Never left home without it. Security in seconds. 25. Use wax paper to unstick drawers. Sticky drawers slid like butter afterward. She rubbed wax paper along the edges. Just a few passes did the trick. No sanding or oiling needed. It worked on windows too. Moved smooth as silk. Kept a sheet in the kitchen. It lasted for months. She glided through chores. 26. Dry shoes faster with newspaper. Wet shoes went straight to the porch. She stuffed them with crumpled newspaper. It soaked up moisture overnight. No warped leather or mildew. Even boots dried evenly. She replaced the paper once. Shoes stayed fresh and firm. A rainy day rescue trick, better than any gadget. 27. Soften brown sugar with marshmallows. Rock hard sugar? No problem. She popped in a marshmallow, stored it overnight in the jar. By morning, sugar was soft. No hammer needed. Cookies were back on track. She swapped every few weeks. Sweet hack for sweet goods. A candy solution for baking woes. 28. Catch paint drips with rubber bands. Painting didn't need a mess. She stretched a rubber band over the can, wiped the brush on it gently. Paint stayed on the bristles. Ken rim stayed clean. No wasted drops. Cleanup was a breeze. One band, zero spills. Brilliant and simple. 29. Use shower caps to cover leftovers. Ran out of lids? No stress. She grabbed clean shower caps, stretched them over bowls, perfect seal every time. Worked for fruit trays too. Easy on, easy off. Washed and reused often. Fridge stayed neat. Storage on a dime. 30. Chilled drinks fast, with wet paper towels. She wrapped bottles in damp paper towels, placed them in the freezer for 10 minutes. Drinks came out icy cold. No more waiting hours. Perfect for parties and guests. She always kept extra towels nearby. A pre-fridge boost trick. Quick chill, happy sips. Everyone thought it was genius. 31. Reuse citrus peels to freshen the garbage disposal. She never threw out orange peels. Instead, she froze them for later use, dropped a few in the garbage disposal, ran cold water while grinding. The whole kitchen smelled fresh. No harsh chemicals, just citrus. It even cleaned the blades. Once a week was enough. Sweet-smelling sink in seconds. 32. Use coffee filters as snack holders. Snack time was always neat. She handed out coffee filters as bowls, perfect for popcorn or trail mix. No dishes, no cleanup. They fit right in little hands. Picnics and movie nights simplified, cheap and disposable. Even worked for car rides. Smart snacking done right. 33. Turn bread clips into cord labels. She saved every plastic bread tag, used a marker to label cords, clipped them right onto the wires. No more confusion at the outlet. TV, charger, lamp, all clear. It saved time every day. Color-coded for extra ease. Organized chaos turned calm. All thanks to breakfast leftovers. 34. Use ice cubes to remove carpet dents. She hated furniture marks on carpet. Dropped an ice cube on the spot. Let it melt slowly overnight. Blotted with a towel. Fluffed with a spoon handle. The dent lifted right out. Worked on all rug types. Furniture never left a trace. It was like magic. 35. Use pasta water for houseplants. She saved the water after boiling pasta, cooled it completely first, poured it on her plants, the starch fed the roots, no extra fertilizers needed, her leaves stayed green and lush. Even neighbors noticed the difference. Kitchen waste turned garden gold, hydration with nutrition. 36. Keep trash bags in place with binder clips bag slipping into the bin. She clipped it with big binder clips, one on each side. They held strong through anything. No more mess at the bottom. Took seconds to secure. Worked on all can sizes. Clips stayed in the drawer. A little office trick, now at home. 37. Deodorized shoes with tea bags. She slipped dry tea bags into shoes. Left them overnight to absorb odors. Green tea worked best. No sprays or powders. Shoes smelled fresh by morning. Cheap and chemical-free. She even kept spares in luggage. Travel or gym bags included. Elegant odor control. 38. Use binder clips to organize freezer items. She clipped open bags in the freezer, hung them from wire shelves. Nothing got buried underneath. Frozen veggies stayed in reach. No spills or frostbite. She labeled each one with dates. Inventory made simple. Frozen food, perfectly managed. Cold chaos turned cool control. 39. Reseal chips with a hair straightener. Grandma borrowed tools from everywhere. She pressed the bag shut gently. The heat resealed it tight. No clips or ties needed. Snacks stayed fresh for days. Worked on pasta and rice, too. She wiped the straightener afterward. Repurposed beauty tool, big win. Sealed with style. 40. Use Velcro strips to hold rugs in place. She stuck Velcro to the rug corners. Attached them to the floor. No more slips or curled edges. Even heavy foot traffic held up. The strips peeled off clean. No residue or damage. Worked on stairs too. Safer and tidier home. Easy fix, lasting results. 41. Clean fan blades with a pillowcase. Dusting was never messy. She slid a pillowcase over the blade, pulled it back, trapping dust inside. No fallout on the floor. Then shook it outside. Washed the case monthly. Clean air, clean ceiling. Fans ran smoother after, a tidy twist to cleaning. 42. Use old magazines as shelf liners. Shelves didn't need store liners. She layered colorful magazine pages, cut them to fit perfectly. They looked vibrant and unique. Spills wiped off easily. She swapped them seasonally. Every shelf had personality, fashion and function in harmony. A reader's delight in every drawer. 43. Use a fork to seal pie edges. Her pies looked professionally crimped. She pressed the fork along the crust. Even pressure, even look. Sealed the edges beautifully. Kept the filling inside. Guests thought it was fancy. She did it in seconds. Old tools, new style, baking with flair. 44. Store potatoes with apples to prevent sprouting. Potatoes stayed firm for weeks. She placed an apple in the bin. The gases slowed the sprouts. No more green eyes. Kept the spuds perfect. Even stored in a dark closet. She swapped apples monthly. Grocery savings every time. Smart produce storage. 45. Use a squeegee to remove pet hair furniture covered in fur. No worries. She ran a rubber squeegee over fabric. Hair clumped up quickly, easier than a lint roller. Couches looked brand new. 46. Label spice jars on the lids. She wrote names on top of lids. Jars sat in a drawer, top up. One glance and she knew which was which. Saved tons of time cooking. No need to lift every jar. Even Grandpa used them right. Efficient and easy. Simple label, big upgrade. Kitchen navigation made better. 47. Use dryer sheets in luggage. Suitcases always smelled fresh. She tucked dryer sheets inside. Even during long storage, clothes came out scented. No musty smell ever. She refreshed them every few months. Worked in drawers too. Subtle and sweet aroma. A travel favorite. 48. Use shower hooks for closet organization. She hung hooks on the closet rod, slid purses, scarves, and belts on them. Instant visibility and space saving. Closet doubled in capacity, no special racks needed. Hooks were cheap and sturdy. She grouped by color or style. Mornings became smoother. Stylish storage made simple. 49. Polish faucets with baby oil. Faucets sparkled like new. She dabbed a rag with baby oil. Buffed every surface lightly. No water spots or smudges. Lasted for days. Guests noticed immediately. Bathroom looked spotless. She kept oil under the sink. Shiny wins with no effort. 50. Freeze herbs in olive oil. Cubes. Fresh herbs never went to waste. She chopped and froze them in trays. Each cube filled with olive oil. Perfect for soups or sautéing. Popped one into a hot pan. Flavor and convenience in one. No more wilted parsley. She labeled each tray. Gourmet cooking, grandma style. 51. Keep paint cans clean with plastic wrap. Paint stayed fresh for years. She lined the rim with plastic wrap, then sealed the lid on top. No drips or dried edges. It peeled off cleanly next time. Brushes dipped smooth. Her shed was a workshop dream. Little plastic, big preservation. DIY done right. 52. Use paper clips to fix broken zippers. Zipper tab broke mid-walk. She clipped on a paper clip. Instant handle replacement. Held strong for days. Worked on purses too. She even sprayed them gold. Looked intentional and clever. Always carried extras in her bag. Crisis averted with one click. 53. Keep drawers scented with soap bars. Drawers smelled like heaven. She unwrapped soap bars slightly, tucked them in corners. Scent lingered for months. No need for air fresheners. Lavender, rose, sandalwood. Each drawer had its own vibe. She even did it in suitcases. Sweet scent, zero effort. 54. Remove wall marks with tennis balls. Scrapes vanished fast. She gently rubbed a tennis ball. Marks faded without paint. No scratches, no damage. Worked on baseboards too. She labeled one magic sponge. Kids thought it was fun. Walls stayed flawless. Playful fix, professional result. 55. Chill wines, faster with salted ice. Unexpected guests? No problem. She filled an ice bucket with water, added ice and a handful of salt. Bottles cooled in minutes, faster than plain ice alone. Chemistry at work. Always worked before dinner. Her secret sommelier move, served chilled and classy. 56. Use old tins as planters. Grandma loved to reuse. She drilled holes in cookie tins, planted herbs and flowers, labeled each one prettily. Perfect for balconies or porches. They rusted into rustic charm. No fancy pots needed. Green thumb, frugal flair. Every window had color. 57. Fix small holes with white toothpaste. Waldings disappeared fast. She dabbed in white paste, smoothed with a card edge, let it dry fully, painted over with matching shade. Perfect for quick repairs. Renters swore by it. Cheap, fast, effective. A tube fixed more than teeth.